was Moses horned? In some Bible translations, we get a rather interesting translation, as it says in the DRA, and they saw that the face of Moses when he came out was horned, but he covered his face again if at any time he spoke to them. Most modern translations render this as his face shone, was shining, or was radiant, such as the CSB, ESV, and NASB. So why do the other translations differentiate? Belief became very popular after Jerome wrote his Latin Vulgate, which is simply the Bible translated into Latin, where he translated the word Karen into cornatum, which means having horns in Latin. The word Karen can have a few meanings, for example, ray of light slash shining, but can also mean horned. Jerome chose the latter translation while most use the former. There is a debate over which is technically the correct translation. Some scholars believe that Jerome simply made a fluke, while others believe that he made a perfectly fine translation. One scholar named Dr. Gary A. Rensburg believed the translation of radiant, or terms like it, are completely anachronistic, meaning a newer definition of a term being forced on the older text. As he says, on the temple walls wherever you go, and on the walls there are pictures of two pharaohs. In both cases, they have ram horns on their cheeks. But when you get to Exodus 34, you have one last reminder of Moses as the equal to Pharaoh. Horns were symbols of power in the ancient world. The view that Moses had horns is rather uncommon, but it still has a rather interesting theological message. Another scholar named Dr. David A. Falk states that either interpretation is plausible, but the horn interpretation would be more likely symbolic, citing the same example as Dr. Rensburg.